Today I'll be taking you through my initial consultation with my client. In this presentation, I'll begin by discussing my client's general information and her pre-exercise screening, including full medical history and risk strategy. I'll then discuss my client's profile, current physical characteristics and goals. Reflecting on these characteristics and goals, I'll discuss the client's needs analysis to identify her activity and the demands of it. Finally, through summary, I will recommend an action plan for my client and testing protocols to help her achieve her goals. My client is a 21-year-old female. She is 170 centimeters tall, weighs 58 kilograms, her BMI is 20, and she has a healthy blood pressure reading. These readings help us to determine the client's risk factors. The information gathered from the pre-exercise screening process, such as medical history, current physical activity, and other baseline measurements, allow us to determine if the client has any risk factors before prescribing exercise. From this information, we can determine which exercises need to be avoided and which ones will help. My client answered no to all of the questions in the PARQ test relating to any reasons that she should not undergo physical activity. The result of this test means that my client is able to start engaging in more physical activity without major risks. The results were the same for the pre-exercise screening tool. Stage 1 of this test was compulsory and determined that the client could undertake light physical activity. Stage 2 was optional and determined that the client could partake in aerobic exercise up to moderate or vigorous intensity. In the initial consultation, I was able to discover that the client is a competitive sprinter over 100 meters. The client aims to improve speed, power, and muscular strength and has a background in a majority of other athletic sports, with long jump being a major one. The client's current time over 100 meters is 12.83 seconds, and she is aiming to reach 12.5 seconds in 5 months. The client currently trains 5 to 6 days a week, focusing mainly on anaerobic power and fitness, plus 2 days a week resistance training and additional ab work at home. Apart from improving her time, the client's health goals are to recover from shin splints and reduce fat mass. The client also wishes to develop a better balance between training and uni, as well as increase her reaction time, speed, and strength. Through the needs analysis, I was able to determine exactly what is involved with the 100-meter sprint event. The 100-meter sprint can be described as a series of 3 phases: an acceleration phase from 0 to 10 meters, a maximum velocity phase from 36 to 100 meters, and a transition phase in between. A successful sprinter must react very quickly, accelerate as much as possible, reach their highest running speed, and minimize loss of velocity as a result of fatigue. The hip, knee, and ankle joint extensors are responsible for the start of the sprint. However, the hamstrings, adductor magnus, and gluteus maximus are the main determinants of increased speed. The hamstrings are the most important contributors to achieving highest speed levels. Effective sprint training is more highly associated with a shift towards type 2A muscle fibers. A greater body mass to strength ratio has been shown to improve speed, which means that reducing my client's fat mass will help her with her sprint performance. From here, based on my client's goals and my interpretations as a practitioner, I was able to develop specific recommendations and protocols that align with these goals. I decided to place emphasis on lower body exercises, as this was mentioned earlier to be most high related to changes in speed in the 100-meter sprint. I have prescribed barbell back squats and standing long jumps, as increased performance in these 2 exercises had a higher correlation with decreased time over the initial 10 meters. I have also decided to implement a combination of plyometric and resistance training, as it has been shown to improve sprint performance over 30 meters, 40 meters, and 50 meters. Included in this training will be 5 horizontal jumps, counter movement jumps, and drop jumps, as they have been shown to be important predictors of sprint time over 60 meters. As my client is also suffering with shin splints, I've included a static stretching program focusing on the hamstrings, gastrocnemius, and soleus, as stretching these areas has been shown to help rehabilitate and prevent shin splints.